pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So everyone knows we're going to be deviating from the agenda this evening. Make a motion to approve the minutes of November 18th. As written. All in favor?
Nobody's saying on that one. Just the very back to the house.
I mean, they'll still rip. It'll still rip.
Yes.
Alright, ADA update, contractor's supposed to be in next week for that door to be fixed. So we have a solid date on the electrical here for this floor and then.
No, last I heard, Gary was still waiting for the size to come in so the next door, he was gonna be tearing us all.
So there's been about 49 dog licenses issued so far for the 2026 licensing season. If you have a dog and need to get it licensed, please come into the office to do so or go onto the Maine.gov website under dog licensing to register them that way. That should be done before January 31st as the late fee goes into effect on February 1st.
I have nothing but pots.
now, and I know the people that has kennels are aware of this, you need to put an application into the state, take all your money to the state, and you have to put your time slots down, which I'm available. I can come out and inspect your kennel. They send it to us. I do the kennel inspection, bring it in, and Patty sends it to the state, and they approve it. It's not up to us.
How many kennels do we have in town?
I don't think Elsie McDonald's doing it anymore because they're close to retirement. So we have Fitzgerald and everything else.
Can you send a notification to the two?
I've contacted all of them to make sure of the changes so that they knew it. Sent them, Fitzgerald's is already done, so I sent an email to Diane and Randy for the application to make sure that they were in compliance so they wouldn't have a late fee, where it's all changed this year. I've actually contacted all my kennels through all my towns
Okay.
to make sure that they're in compliance because where it's all changed. So I wanna make sure that everybody's, we have our rabies clinic on January 10th for 8 to 11, it's $15. Cats and carriers, dogs on leash, and stuff. If your dog is picked up by Harvest Hill, picked up by me, taken to Harvest Hills, you have 6 days now to claim your dog. My concern is with the Mennonite. They do not get on Facebook and that's that notification. And I'm trying to figure out how to get the word out to the Mennonite community, in the Amish community, because I had that done in Hiram. How will they know if their animal got picked up?
Maybe talk to John.
I'm working with John, but where he's been sick for the last year, you know?
Then I'd talk.
Yeah, I mean, and I've been talking to Kyle, so we're trying to work on some kind of plan so they know if the animal's been picked up, they can claim it and it doesn't get claimed by the shelter, because one of the Mennonite on Seneca Road.
So what happens after 6 days?
It goes to the shelter and they have to adopt it. They want it back. Which is not really fair if it didn't be spayed or neutered. But that's not how your animal was when you accidentally. They don't get on Facebook, so that's the only notification people get. The Mennonite and the Amish do not get on Facebook.
I called them when they had a dog up on the mountain. And then I called the lady next to me, she's a Mennonite, and she called and they went and got the dog.
Oh, I know. Sometimes I know whose dog it is. I'm getting, because they're all getting new dogs, new cats. The cats are the hardest ones to know whose cats they are. You know, because they don't believe in spaying and neutering their animals like they chose themselves. So it's a free fall. But no, just my concern that, you know, I don't want to take somebody's pet away from them if they're Mennonite just because they don't get on the internet to get notified. You know, and that's my only concern with the whole thing. That's all I have.
Sweet. Fire chief.
Haven't got bigger this week. We need 1 structure fire, 4 motor vehicle accidents, 4 mutual aid to Denmark, fire alarm, assisted private rescue with a landing zone, 3 across the road, mutual aid to Hiram, a citizens assist, which was lost on the mountain, 2 mutual aid to Freiburg, an agency assist, the sheriff's department, 3 trees on wires, 2 carbon monoxide alarms, and 8 medical calls. Engine 1, we had the foam pump and the foam system repaired. There was sand in the pump. I just picked that up this morning. Brought it back, it was gone all weekend. Engine 2, we did a foam system repair last Friday. Tank 2, I got to put a pump housing heater motor in it. Either tomorrow or Thursday, I'll put a pump housing heater. Picked it up this morning. Since the federal government now is back open, we're back working on the building project again. I've been meeting with contractors out to get pricing on clear the lot. I got one this morning, thought that was the only one I was gonna get. I went on a call this afternoon on an investigation, and I come back, I had a second one sitting in my mailbox. So I got 2. I'm gonna go get 1 more, so we got 3. And Rick, how do you want to handle that portion of it? Do you want the select board, the building committee to come in and go over those?
Yeah.
Quote,
Yeah, bring it into the board.
yeah, I'll get the third one, so we'll have three.
Yeah.
And, then I'll get, will we do it on a selectmen's meeting, is that not?
Yep.
Okay, there's pricing on it, so I didn't want,
Yeah.
I was gonna bring the one tonight, but I got the second one. And I go, I don't wanna say something about a price, and then I go get somebody else. So it wouldn't be fair to the first one. So, they have looked at, they come and looked at the law yesterday, I got it this morning, great, and then that, all of a sudden, I got a
Yeah,
second.
we'll do it at a selectmen's meeting, because we're gonna have to vote on that.
Okay, yep. I reviewed, I came down and talked to Lynn this morning, reviewed the signed paperwork for the closeout on our FEMA disaster back in, was it May, March of 2023?
2023, yeah.
We just closing that out.
Nice.
Yeah. And I had to do some, review and document paperwork for our NIMS compliance, to keep us in compliance with the National Incident Management. Been researching computers for the car because mine doesn't take Windows 11. And Oxford County now is changing over to Windows 11, mine won't take it. I tried to upgrade that one and it won't let me. So I've been looking around, see what I can find to get going on that. Reviewing paperwork on the firefighters training. Department of Labor sent me a nice paper that I can write everybody on and track everybody's training, a lot easier. So I can keep an eye on what we're doing so we stay up to date. And I want to thank the people that came out Saturday night for the turkey dinner. We had a good turnout, had a good time. And then we'll wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks. Same to you. Health officer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just this afternoon, I was able to sign up for a class with the CDC, disease surveillance. It's Zoom, most of their stuff is, and I would like to take a moment to thank Lynn for agreeing again to set it up for me so I can come down here and watch it, because I don't dare try to do it at home. And I did finally get confirmation that I'm once again Saco Corridor Commission representative for Brownfield. And I'm a little bit stumped. One place it says the 21st November, another one says November the 19th, and today's what, 24 or whatever, so. Pick a date and we'll go with that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Code enforcement. Code enforcement. One new construction permit, 2 basement finished projects, 1 camp remodel in shoreline zone, 3 new septic permit, 4 plumbing applications issued, letters of violation sent out and issued residents, 1 on Thurston Road, short-term rental. Currently, we have found 34 online rental properties in town that are listed for short-term rental. Only 17 have complied with the town ordinance, and that was after giving a 60-day grace period. Working with town law firm to get notices of violations issued to those that have not complied. We got nothing from Public Works. The rec. Thank you to all that participated in the playground grand opening. Thanks to A donors, B playground committee, C volunteers, D select board and task people, and Friends of Rec for the support. Basketball sign-ups available online. Last minute, folks, as teams are starting to practice and schedules are beginning to form, grades K through 6. Wrestling Club is having a fundraiser from 4 to 9 at Flatbread tonight. Registration for 26th season begins Saturday, November 29th, with an open house at the community center. Grades K through 8, 6 to 7 p.m. Tree lighting and caroling December 6th, 4 p.m. at the community center and town hall. Add anything in? So add anything in? Shop till you drop, Christmas craft fair, 12/13, 9 to 3 at the community center. We're still accepting vendors, but spaces are filling fast. Forms available in foyer or online. Application deadline 12/4. Also, touch a truck that day with plow truck, fire truck, tractors, backhoe, etc. Current rec events, Cub Scouts, Mondays, 6:30 to 7:30. Girl Scouts, Wednesday, 4 to 5. Yoga, Thursday, 6 p.m. to 7. Community coffee, Thursdays at 9:30. Watercolor and paint, December 1st and 15th, 1 to 3. It's always the first and third Mondays, 1 to 3 p.m. Please follow Town of Brownfield Facebook for rec updates. And there's the 2 flyers for the Shop Till You Drop and the wrestling. Public safety building.
So we were kind of at a standstill because the government was shut down. So we met, a group of us drove down to Fremont, New Hampshire to meet with Jewett to just kind of make sure we, at least the town or the committee and Jewett, are kind of on the same page as to how they would approach the project. And we are waiting on confirmation to meet with Bill from USDA, the 3 of us, so that the 3 parties, being the committee and Jewett and USDA, are kind of on the same page to try to move forward with hiring Jewett and getting a contract signed so they can start working on our project. So we're kind of waiting to hear back from Bill on that, hopefully next week. And that's about it.
Okay. Communications Committee. Comp plan implementation.
No.
Budget.
Tate. We have a meeting scheduled for Monday, December 15th at 5:30 here at the town office to regroup following the referendum in November. I am collecting and I'm putting together the in-town and out-of-town budgets, and we need to relook at what we've done already, because figures will be changing as far as the Department of Public, the transfer station. So,
Well, transfer station and the admin budget, because we'll have to go back to that anyway.
Yep, some
so
stuff will.
it'll be
I think transfer station,
updates. I guess.
transfer station and the admin, really, I think they hinged on that open voice referendum.
Right, yeah, and
I
anything
think
that.
everything else was pretty standard.
Anything that we get new information on will
Yeah.
approach as we get the information, now that we have time.
Yeah, time is the key.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a good meeting, it's gonna be a lot of updating and a lot of discussion.
So when is the budget committee looking to wrap up its last meeting?
I'm hoping February. I'm hoping.
Okay.
We have to talk about the 2026 meeting dates.
Okay. So
This
February
referendum really set us
First week
off.
of April, we'll vote,
We'll be ready on the 15th.
yeah, just 3 weeks last year for print.
Okay.
Cool, thank you. Community resilience.
Joe Egan. We had a meeting last week with, we had 3 bids, we narrowed it down to 2 contractors, Field Electric and Intervale Stove Shop. We met here with them individually last week. There was a couple of things to iron out as far as, give you an example, over in the gym of the community center, one contractor had 2 units and 2 wall units. The other contractor had 3 units, condensers, and 3 wall units. And when we talked to them, in a sense, you could say that they both had reasons why they felt that way. They used calculations, they based it on roughly 120 people. And just so everybody knows, we're not gonna meet the load over there for the maximum standing capacity, which is 239. But we're probably never gonna have that many people in there. And if we come close to that, there'll at least be enough cooling in there where it should make it comfortable for them. And if not, this grant is only for $75,000, so we had a limit. And right now, our 2 prices are right around $70,000. So if more units are needed, this will be a good year to, test it when we have the annual town meeting. We're gonna apply for this grant again, and if we need more units over there, we can have that as part of the scope of work. So we had a number of questions about warranties and, when they could start and so forth and so on. There's about 24 questions. They answered all of them. They got back to us with their best price, and we're putting those meeting minutes together. And as soon as we have them together, we'll distribute them, and then the decision was made. We're going to wait until we hear for sure about the $75,000. It was supposed to be November, and it was December, and the CEB group, which applied for this grant for us, they're now saying that they hope it'll happen in January. And the government shutdown and everything, that's part of the reason for the delay. So it looks good. Like this whole building, except for the corridor, we'll get heat pump units, and then the gym, the exercise room, and the meeting room, that will also get units. So that's where we are now, and keep our fingers crossed that it does go through.
Thank you. Welcome. School board?
Stand over here since you did that. So, a number of concerns have been raised from time to time about whether the students at Freiburg Academy get exposed to career and technical ed type classes, and what's happening with Lake Region and so forth. So I just wanted to give everybody an update about what is offered at Freiburg and also what's offered at Lake Region. And this is also posted on the website, so I'm going to talk through quickly, but it's all posted on our town website under the school board tab. This information is there. But at Freiburg Academy, there are actually 16 classes: business, entrepreneurship, and artificial intelligence, beginning and advanced woodworking, machining, fabrication, technical arts topics. There are 2 electricity courses, 2 aviation courses. It's usually an introduction and then intermediate or advanced. They have an internship, work-based learning. There are 14 students in that course. Digital art, there are 3 classes: introduction to programming, introduction to robotics, and newspaper and media. And at Lake Region, they have 9 programs: advanced technology, 2 levels of auto technician, 2 levels of construction technology, culinary arts, diversified occupations, health occupations, and law enforcement. I visited Lake Region the other day, visited their health occupations class, and it was all girls in the class, but they were right on target, and things that they learned there, a lot of clinical experience and studying, but by the time they get out of there, they're certified to be nursing assistants. And they all talked about their goals, going on to be, registered nurses. One wanted to be a vet, one wanted to work with, or 2 wanted to work in pediatrics, someone in a nursing home. So the kids are really being well prepared to leave there and go out to the workforce. So I just want to let folks know that there really is quite a bit going on, and a lot of these classes have room in them. At Lake Region, the classes for health occupations were not full, so all it takes is for the kids to choose what they want to do, and they can get into some nice career education. I know, that's what I thought when I was in health occupations, learn some of this stuff.
Thank you. under the correspondence folder. Selectmen's meeting policy. Regular meetings, Board of Selectmen shall convene at 5:30 PM on the first and third Tuesday of each month. Any changes to regularly scheduled meetings as approved by a vote of the Selectmen will be announced in advance. Agenda management, minutes, and recordings. The administrative assistant is responsible for preparing and managing the meeting agenda, minutes, and recordings. Agenda requests. All agenda item requests are subject to review and approval at the sole discretion of the Selectmen. Public comment. Public comment will be permitted following the business on the agenda. The Select Board reserves the right to defer topics raised during public comment to a future agenda. Policy amendments. This policy may be modified or rescinded by a majority vote of the Selectmen. What do you all think?
I like it.
This one takes effect? Yeah. If we vote on that, yeah. Good with the 2 meetings a month?
And if something comes up, we can always look, do something different, right?
Yeah, we can, this is a
Call,
policy,
special
we can.
meeting or whatever.
Oh, the official's good with it. That's a good deal. Alright, we'll make this motion to accept
Yeah.
the selectmen's meeting policy. Any further discussion? All in favor? Perfect. So as a caveat to this, these dates will coincide with the, department head meetings. So, make sure that all employees are aware of that. Selectmen's meeting nights, their nights as well.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
When is this going to affect the month of December?
Right now.
Okay,
Well, I hope it's the month of December, cause,
yeah, that's next week.
yeah,
And, people are gonna be able to receive notification if they're gonna be on the agenda, feel like,
same way that they do it now,
Doing it.
go through the admin assistant. Yeah, Miss Patty will take care of it.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
I think I heard the discussion, but I just want to make sure. Is 2 meetings, both of them are the department head meetings?
We do department heads twice a month anyway.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
all right, it stays that way.
Yep. Do you want this? Okay. Do you have it? Our awesome tax collector treasurer put this together. Brownfield, Denmark, Highland, Porter, Baldwin, Cornish, 3 selectmen. Meetings per month. We're the only ones that are weekly. Everybody else is 2 per month. The pay for, there's only one town that's lower than us, and that is Porter. No, Denmark is what? So Denmark and Porter. So we're about mid-stroke. The high on that for the chair is 12,000. The low is 4,000. For the board members, high is 10,000. Low is 4,000. Yeah. That's cool. Solid waste hauling contract, North Conway Incinerator. So, I make a motion that we accept this and sign this contract immediately.
Okay.
Any discussion?
No. What choice do we have?
Correct. All in favor? Shoot. You sign that, so
Question.
it's-
That
Yeah, it was August of 27.
Yeah, August 31st, 2027.
So we're good.
Question. Where the contractors at, do you have an idea on what it's gonna cost the town now for a load?
$700
700? Okay.
plus tonnage.
Plus tonnage?
Plus tonnage, yeah.
Jesus.
I did go over and talk to her about that, and first of all, I went there to see if we could get out of signing the contract, because we didn't know if we was gonna, buy our own truck or not. And she's kind of allowed that, we could put it off, and she didn't come right out and say that, but she's pretty much did. And then I said, why I'm here, I said, can you justify why you go from $320 a trip to $700? And this is what she told me. She hired a consultant firm, I guess we call it, and they went through her books. And she's, basically what it boils down to is she's just been kind of running along and not making any changes for years. She said her husband died quite a few years ago, and she said if he was here, this never would have happened. It would have been increased, over time, and she just let it go. But it's still, that doesn't really justify this. It seems like an awful lot of money, but that's the reasoning that she gave me, just so you know.
You guys are over at the transfer station proposal. Common Center already cuts the check. It's in the warrant.
Yeah, for the roof.
Yeah, so that's all I want to put in for, so that's in that. So,
Yeah.
that's the one from last week. I'll get that
That's
shit squared.
the roof.
So, well, it's supposed to, yes.
4 to 5.
So,
It's,
During the
is
summertime,
that
it's up to
not
6
right
days.
anymore? Or has it changed?
it's already paid. Common Center already cuts the check for it. It was very quick. I was surprised. I didn't know last week what was going on with it, so. Yeah, so. Okay, I'll make a motion to appoint Alvina Day to the Budget Committee.
Second.
All in favor? I say aye. She gonna throw you a beat.
Alright, I'll go. If I get beat, I'm gonna go.
Okay, and Town of Brownfield Medical Cultivation Marijuana License Clean Green LLC has completed all the necessary requirements for its license as stated in the Town of Brownfield Marijuana Establishments Licensing Ordinance dated 12/3/2020. License number 001, issued December 3rd, 2025, expired December 3rd, 2026. As everybody knows, Thursday is Thanksgiving. Everybody has a good Thanksgiving. Town office will be closed. And the town office schedule is already out. It's on the website and it's been put on Facebook too. Keep this that way. Thank you. That reason to put that outside is so public can see it. We've had some inquiry. Notifications.
We reached out to the BMV because trainings around here are few and far between. Usually we have to travel to Augusta, sometimes Bangor, or wherever there's a meeting. Towns usually host the BMV. So we reached out, Michelle reached out to them, and we got approved, and this June, coming this June, we will be hosting the BMV 3-day training here at the town of Brownfield. So for us, and so other towns around us can come and get their certifications without traveling that far, so. So there will be 3 days in June that we will be closed. I think it's the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, so right around in that area somewhere.
Not the
And,
9th, 10th, and 11th.
yeah. So we'll have that happening.
Sweet. Now, you're reading my pack.
Interesting. I'm good. I'm always good.
Oh, good.
All set.
Yeah, that was a twofer. I'll take her first since you already bumped your gums.
When are the dog licenses? Like, how do I know when my dog needs to be relicensed?
You need to be licensed every January 1st. And you start licensing them now. But every January 1st, every dog in town needs to be relicensed.
Even if I didn't see,
Every year you need to do it. Every January 1st, you need to redo your dog.
So if you do it, she does it Monday, she still has to come back January 1st?
If she did it for next year, because next year's is open.
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna find out which year you're doing it for, 2025 or 2026?
I guess it'd be for next year. I did it this year.
So,
So-
yeah.
So
Sweet,
your dog is already
Okay.
taken care of.
sweet.
So then you could fine her for not having a license for 25. Yeah, all right, we're making money here.
Give me that.
Revenue stream is over.
But do, you have to do it before January 31st, is it?
January 31st, yes, but January 1st is
Right.
we're doing the state says you need to get it done, but we give you 31 days to get your dog license before we impose a late fee.
And don't wait till after that, so it'll cost you $25.
So it's kind of like the postal.
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe it ought to be $35 with, you know, tariffs.
Thanks, Mom.
and Cindy, did you say the rabies clinic was,
January 10th,
and it costs $15?
$15. If your dog's not pet friendly with other animals, Dr. Johnson will go out to your vehicle.
Oh,
He's awesome. Last year, and the year before, we did a shot a minute. So, it is from 8 to 11, so he was very busy.
You getting shots that night?
I've already had my shots, I'm not gonna get more shots.
You said that was,
Pretty long line.
You wanna be grounded?
Distemper would work.
There's no distemper this woman.
You said the 10th?
January 10th.
Yes, January 10th.
Doggy Borazine or something.
I guess.
Goodness, that's 26.
I have something from Southwest Alberta Nutritional Inc. that I'd like to add that Public Works can do.
Got it.
So I last month, this past week, we've had so many clientele. We shoved them all the way in the back as far as we could get them, and they were still on the road, and we had a tractor trailer slam on his brakes because the car was doing whatever. We couldn't see with the building what was happening, but we heard the horns and the brakes going on. So I called Randy from DOT, I don't know who he is, but with the 3 people to get to him, they said, there's some kind of signage you can put up or nothing. He put it back on Public Works, and I'm like, that's a state road. Why do you put it back on the town Public Works? It was a state road. He said, well, you can use one of the signs. So I didn't know if Cliff had a sign that we could use up there for the Thursday about traffic coming in and out or something.
I don't think you, what do you want it to say now?
But
Slow
traffic
down.
turning, slow down. There's something out there on the third Thursday.
If not, we can get one easy enough, it's just a
But they
phone
said it
call.
had to be a state sign or they had to approve the state sign?
We can call back, the guy's name is Randy Illian, he's down in Scarborough.
You know who he is?
Oh, yeah, exactly. But they got a whole warehouse full of signs down
But he
there.
put it back on the town and I'm like,
And we'll put it back on him by calling him, go, dude, give me a sign and we'll go put it up.
I just,
Let's put it.
and I just said, just for safety every third month, because there's a lot of traffic going in, and as it gets into the winter months, we're not gonna be able to shove cars back, turn it up, because it gets too soft. So there's gonna be a lot of traffic on the road, especially with the need of food and everything, so we really need to be proactive on this down there. So people don't get hit or killed. And it's only for an hour, from 12,
They can slow down, you know. So I feel the train.
it's only for an hour, from 12 to 1 is the busiest zone. They think, well, actually it's 11. People get there at 11 because they're afraid the good food's gonna be gone. And they sit there till 1 o'clock.
It's all the same stuff,
It is, it's all the same stuff, but people, I don't know, people get there at 11 o'clock and they start lining up on the road. And the state recommended doing time slots, because that's not very good for this area, doing time slots, because not everybody shows up every month to do a time, say you come at this time, you come at that time. And that puts a lot of work on volunteers. As I told Randy, that puts a lot of work on volunteers that get paid nothing. Big time slot. He said, that's what I recommend. And I went, wow, you put it back on the volunteers in the town, which is not right. Him and I had an hour conversation.
Yes, they are.
So I didn't know if the town had a sign we could put up this time.
You're gonna make a phone call.
Thank you, Brian, I appreciate that.
We'll get something going.
Perfect. I knew you could.
What's up, man? What's up?
I knew somebody could.
Yeah. We got some stuff kicking around to see what we have there. No, we'll just get it.
Oh, perfect. I appreciate that. Pantry appreciate that. We don't wanna see anybody get hit.
Now, there's actually a Google Earth photo and it shows a line coming out of that place, going right down the highway when it was winter time. Somebody
is.
will be a hood ornament eventually.
You know, but it's winter time, cause it gets so soft in the back and we can't get the lines filled in to help. We'll pay half of doing the driveway.
Yeah.
We're not paying all of it. And they don't want, I don't know if they don't have the money or what it is, but the lines,
Well, this was a picture of a line coming out going down the highway towards Fifth Street. People sitting with their doors open.
yeah.
It's hot, man.
No, but I mean, with safety issues, we just don't wanna see anybody.
Yeah, we'll get you something.
Thank you.
Anybody else? That's it.
Mom's the word.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Very good.
All in favor? Thank you, folks.